Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly.
What?
Done. What the f are they?
Another delicious intro to MassiveJoes Weekly WORD, episode 96. Episode 96, Neve.
You look like a fucking 80-year-old pedophile at the playground.
I think they're Leah's sonnies. They were just on the table when I came in, and I was like, fantastic way to do a new unique intro to MassiveJoes Weekly WORD.
God, I'm sorry,
They're
Leah.
pretty bad.
I didn't realise they were Leah's.
What the f***?
I thought they were just like ones
You could have like a little fucking shade covering it.
I thought they were ones that, you know, those like those
I'm not sure if they're, I think they're Leah's because she wasn't here the other day.
Sure. I thought they were just those green muscle farm ones we had.
Yeah.
They don't look like designer enough to be Leah's though.
No, she's done what I've done. She's on the Servo Sunny.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, bandwagon. It's the best way.
See, glasses don't suit me.
No, you're not a glasses type dude. You're a snapback and tattoos type dude.
Yeah, if I had tattoos.
Anyway, topics of discussion.
How about tattoos and nose piercings?
Oh god.
This one here.
What a wanker.
Yep.
Honestly, you know what you look like? You look like one of them bulls in the farm with the bloody nose through their ring, mate.
Mate.
Through their nose. The ring through their nose.
You
know what I'm trying to say.
I'd rather be the the cows and the cow get the bull, know what I'm saying?
Topics of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock, new products, coming soon.
Yes.
A few articles.
Yep.
Shakers, updated loyalty redemption, AskNeve.
We've got a jam-packed episode for you guys.
I just want to say,
96.
I'm wearing one of the old t-shirts.
You are.
It is a terrible fit
compared to the new ones.
ones.
Yeah, the new ones are neck level.
So I just want to say to everyone is, it looks like I'm wearing a V-neck. Well, I guess because I've got the microphone attached.
Yeah.
But
Mike's weighing you down there.
But the thing is though, is the new t-shirts that you're wearing there, tremendous fit.
Amazing. First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock. Oh, what is that?
No, I'm not even going to do it. It's horrid. It's horrible.
It's horrible.
Robbie's been on holidays. I haven't had time to see Robbie when he hasn't been on holidays. I'm going to. I don't give a f***. I'm going tomorrow. What time is Robbie's chop shop open on Saturday?
9, I guess.
I'm there. I'm there 8:30. I'm banging on the glass for my haircut.
You're hustling. You're up at 6 a.m. just beating the grind.
Absolutely. First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
Let's go.
So we've only got one product back in stock at the moment that we had out, which is actually a good thing, I guess.
Well, I like seeing no back in stocks because it means we ain't out of stock. You know what I'm saying?
So ATP Science MV, which is part of the fat loss triangle. Well, not fat loss triangle, but the drop stack get a free amp V this month.
It's a fat loss triangle amped.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we're running as the monthly special. There's only like a week left. But the drop, it's a fat loss triangle amp, but you buy drop stack, you get amp V free.
In the raspberry lemonade flavour.
It's phenomenal.
You buy the raspberry lemonade drop.
It's a phenomenal deal.
Phenomenal.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
New products. We've got the TMJ Fundamental hoodies.
Dillap. Throw up the image of the superstar, the young superstar, Josh Green. Did you know, hold on, let me hold that thought for a second. The Fundamental hoodies are in stock, in case you guys didn't know. Link is in the description box. They come in 2 colors, Big Neve, as you guys would have seen on the Josh Green.
Green is back.
Black and grey with the white print.
Yep.
Amazing hoodies. And if you, do you actually have one of the new Fundamentals?
No, yeah.
Okay, so because you've got the old ones, the performance hoodies, if you compare the performance hoodie to the new Fundamental hoodie is like, it's higher quality, it's thicker, it's softer, and just overall amazing.
Yep.
They're actually better, and I'm a big fan of our original, the OG performance hoodies, but even Asha came and grabbed her Fundamental hoodies yesterday, and she said to me last night, she was like, these are like neck level.
Yeah, they're very good.
So amazing. Anyway, what I was going to say is, did you know that Josh Green is actually related to Kai Green?
I highly doubt that.
No, they are. Same last name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize until I was training with him. When did we train? We trained on Monday. We trained chest
together.
And like usually when I'm in the gym with you and Boss Josh, I'll quote some stupid shit, and I was in there and I was like, Kai Green. And I was like, hold the f up. You guys got the same last name.
Yeah.
Related.
Same physique, same genetics.
manly good looks,
Just everything.
same philosophical outlook on life.
Same anything that moves. It doesn't move.
Greeny's back. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Coming soon.
Shit. Go through them, baby.
Blackstone Labs Glycolog.
Yes. Nutrient partitioner and glucose
Disposal agent.
GDA, glucose disposal agent. Raw review, I'm going to do a raw review on that. Raw review on that is going to drop as soon as that shit drops.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Well, you've been using it though, haven't you?
I have, and it's phenomenal.
Bosch Josh
I
has
was
been using
skeptic.
You were.
I was skeptic at first. I was very wary, but phenomenal products.
Herbs of Gold, the vitamin range. We've got about 12 products. Oh no, I got something in my throat. Herbs of Gold, which is the vitamin range.
Yes.
So we've got a fair few of those dropping.
Such as
Like fish oil,
Yep.
men's multi, women's multi,
vitamin D,
chromium,
digestive enzymes,
that kind of stuff. So a lot of cool
probiotics.
products. Yep.
All sorts of shit.
A lot of cool products. So,
It's a complete. It's like opening up our product range.
and the most
like it.
expensive one I believe is like $29.95, and most of them are about $19.95. So a great add-on if you're looking for a few extra vitamins and minerals, just general well-being products.
Yeah. So if you're currently buying your supplements from MassiveJoes and your standard vitamins and minerals from like a pharmacy or somewhere else online, see.
One-stop shop now. Mate.
One-stop shop, baby. MassiveJoes.com.
Yeah. That was a good plug there, wasn't it?
That was great. That was like we need to shoot to an ad now or some shit.
Running Commerce Signature Series, a new label, new formulas dropping soon.
Yeah, they should be here this week, to be honest. But let's say next week.
It'll be next week.
And that's like the full range. So King Mass is coming back.
Yep.
In the big 15-pound bags.
Yep.
Amino Tone in the new flavors, the America flavor, which is amazing. We tried that last year in the US. Obviously the Yeah Buddy pre-workout.
Yep.
Testogen XR, Stacked NO. Full range.
Yep.
It's going to be amazing.
I don't really know why you've got Buddy pre-workout as the next one.
Well, I just mentioned it. Yeah, nice segue.
Yep. Anyway, Olympus Labs, the Conquer Unleashed pre-workout.
Yeah, when's that? That should be next week too.
It left America 2 days ago or so. So
Yeah.
early next week.
Phenomenal pre-workout.
Yep.
Big fan. Raw review going to drop. It's going to be hot too.
Another pre-workout, Nutribolic Supernova.
Yep. Also a big fan.
Be here.
More. No, I've been training on that this week. I was the beta tester for that.
You were.
And I like it because I wouldn't say it's a low stimulant pre-workout, but I would say like moderate stimulant.
Yeah.
It's only got 200 milligrams of caffeine. So I really enjoyed it.
But very evaciously, what's the word?
Efficaciously dosed. 6 full grams of citrulline malate. Damn. Yeah, big fan. Anyway, some new cool pre-workouts coming for you guys real soon, man.
As well as that, the all-new Optimum Nutrition Fat Burner.
When?
Very soon. And
Really?
And the BSN Test Booster, both on their way.
Same time?
I believe.
Do you think?
I think it's a joint production.
You reckon?
Yep.
Owen and BSN teaming up?
Yep.
Owen's going to bring a fat... What about BSN's fat burner and Optimum's test booster?
Or they've only got one
one
thing
thing
in the
at a
works at the
time.
moment. Because after the Optimum Nutrition released their fat burner, they've got another 13 flavors of ON Amino Energy to release. And then they'll look into a bit of product development.
Yeah.
For their potential test booster.
Yeah, and how many different... once BSN release their test booster, how many different types of Synthesis 6 are they then going to release before hitting their fat burner to the market?
Well, they're going to bring the Synthesis 6 Black range out. And then the Synthesis 6 Over Edge, which will be a slightly higher carbohydrate with the same flavour as Synthesis 6, but in 4 different sizes. And then they'll bring out the Synthesis 6 Edge No Explode, and then the Synthesis 6 No Explode Edge Black label.
XT.
Yeah, XT.
Yeah, I like it. Marketing mind of B over here, mate. Phenomenal.
$1 million a year.
That's it.
That they spend on marketing or whatever they spend.
Nah, just watch MassiveJoes Weekly WORD and listen to Big Neve. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
So a few articles have come out.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're written by Chris Better, but definitely published.
Well, so the first one is what not to do for fat loss.
Who wrote that one?
Well, I'm just about to tell the viewers. Go ahead and throw up the artwork for that on the screen, man. So it's 10 or 11, I can't remember. Anyway, it's like 10 or 11 points about things that you should avoid when you're trying to lose body fat. Now, it was written by Kristen in combination or coordination or collaboration with our friends at Equolution.
Yep.
And it's a really interesting article. There's some really good points in there. Some of them you may be aware of, but I guarantee you there's going to be a couple in there that you will be like, open your eyes to. Very insightful.
I think a lot of things though are very basic things and things you probably already know about.
Yeah.
But don't always put them into practice.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff such as, this is just one thing, but like stuff like the benefits of fish oil.
Yeah.
Yet I forget to take fish oil all the time.
Do you really?
I do.
Well, mate.
Which isn't good.
Fucking consistency is key,
But
Neve.
things such as that, which obviously you know you're meant to do, but will just help refresh your memory as well.
That's actually not one of the points in there.
It's not, because I haven't read the article.
Yeah, clearly. But there are some really good things. And we get a lot of questions every week in Weekly Word, like AskNeve, about people hitting fat loss plateaus or not being able to lose body fat. And this article really is a fantastic resource for just kind of crossing the T's and dotting the I's when you're trying to lose body fat.
Yeah.
Really good. The next article, big deal, throw up the artwork. 8 reasons why you're not building muscle. Now this is the flip side for everyone trying to make themselves some gains. 8 reasons why you're not making gains. Phenomenal article.
Why are you not building muscle?
Yeah, well, yeah, technically. 8 reasons why you're not building muscle. So 8 things that you should try and avoid doing, or 8 things that could be sabotaging your quest for gains.
Is fish oil one of them?
No, there's no fish oil in the articles, mate.
Well, there should be.
You should write an article on fish oil. The do's and don'ts of fish oil.
I'm going to now.
Number 1, take them. Number 2, don't forget to take them.
Yep.
End of article.
Yep.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
All right, so new shakers are now available for the loyalty point redemption and for...
Look at this fucking hair, man. What is... I need to see Robbie, and I need to see Robbie now.
What are you drinking there?
Grape drink.
What product though?
Amino Energy, as a matter of fact. One of the 42 different flavors.
Yeah.
Anyway, these shakers, the new Team
so,
MassiveJoes Elite Performance Shaker.
So as you know, for all orders over $150 on the website, you get a free MassiveJoes Performance Shaker. But now, you get the free MassiveJoes Elite Shaker, as we're all sold out of the Performance Shakers.
Yeah.
So all of them now
Yeah.
are the Elite Shakers.
Mm.
So
And your life will never be the same once you've had this.
Yeah.
That thing there. Never need to carry a shaker like this again.
No.
You just
hold it like that.
Yeah. And you can actually, it's phenomenal.
Could people wear them around like a key tag around the neck? You know how
Yeah,
people
if
wear
you've
like
got a carabiner,
What about lanyard?
you just want to just
What about that as a stack next month?
What?
Buy a shaker.
Get a lanyard,
Get a lanyard.
so you can wear it around your neck.
Yeah.
I like it.
Don't even have to use hands at all.
Yep. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Updated loyalty redemption. So
Yes.
with obviously the release of a fair few new apparel lines over the previous sort of 3 to 6 months.
Yes.
We've updated the loyalty redemption. So go check out on the web page.
Yes.
And see what you can get. But I just want to say while we're at it as well.
MassiveJoes.com/loyalty. Link is in the description box. If you can't be just go to MassiveJoes.com and click on loyalty right at the top.
Yeah.
Can't miss it.
Can I just say as well?
Yeah.
Because I'll be getting like 3 or 4 emails every day about this.
Yes.
Is that as of this is background stuff which doesn't obviously affect any of the consumers or customers.
Yes.
But we've gone to a new like point of sale system and a new counting system.
We have.
Which it doesn't affect you guys at all, but it does affect the loyalty points on the website.
Yes.
So everyone's loyalty points, where you normally check in when you log into your website, log into the MassiveJoes website, look at account information. You used to be able to view your loyalty points online at the moment.
Yes.
At the moment, all the points are now 0.
Yes.
Or we're as of July 1st, we're reset as 0, and now all your points, like the sales that you're doing now, are getting added onto that. Thing is, all your points obviously are still in the system, but we're just getting a plug-in now, so that it all
to send them back to the website.
So it all joins up. So the thing is you haven't lost your points.
Yes.
Everyone still has all their points.
So don't freak the out, man.
So I'm getting like 4 days saying like, why have I got no points? Have they, what's the word? Ran out?
Disappeared.
Yeah.
Expired.
So they haven't. It'll be about 1 to 2 weeks until the plugin is active.
Yeah.
And from then on, then it'll all be back to normal.
And if you haven't signed up for a loyalty card,
do it.
The are you waiting for, man? Links in the description
shit.
box.
Free clothing.
Free to sign up. Free. It's free. It's fucking free.
It's free.
Everything's free.
A lot of benefits.
It's phenomenal. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Ask me.
Let's go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 11 questions this week, Big Neve boss. Starting from the top, Devin Lethbridge wants to know, hey fellas, been hitting the gym for almost 3 years now and made significant fat loss and lots of gains, but recently I've been having back problems. My doctor said I can't lift anything over 30 pounds, 14 kegs?
Yep.
14 kilos, until I get spinal fusion surgery. Is there any workouts that I can still do so I can keep some muscle rather than lose it all?
I'm going to play the devil's advocate here, not devil's advocate, whatever the word is. I'm not going to comment.
Oh.
Because I don't want to say, yeah, go do this, go do that, and then your spinal fusion, and then you're in a wheelchair for the rest of your life.
Yeah, Devin, spinal fusion surgery was a barrel that I looked squarely down when I was younger with my back. So I know it's nothing to around with. That's some serious surgery you got going on there, man. So I would be consulting your doctor for what you can and can't be doing.
Oh yeah, we're not going to.
To be honest, man,
we're not
because that is some up shit. We're not going to tell you to go and like lift some weight like bags of feathers, and you do the shit and you snap your spine up and next minute quadriplegic type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So look, you just go
listen to your doctor.
Go speak to a doctor or go speak to a medical professional, not two dickheads on YouTube.
Well, one dickhead.
And one extreme.
Aaron, his boss, wants to know, hey guys, much needed advice. Been dropping weight for a year now, down to 185 pounds. 70 kegs? 75?
200 pounds, yeah, about
that. Mainly through intermittent fasting. What is happening now is that people ask me if I'm okay or sick due to my face leaning out. I got dark under my eyes, and is there any way to fix this, or should I start putting on muscle and then cut back down? Thanks guys, love the videos. Coming to you from Trinidad, West Indies.
I mean, that's something that Joe does suffer from. When you're...
I've started getting it already, look at that. Look at them bags under these motherfuckers.
When you get real deep into a cut, obviously when you're in a calorie surplus and you're eating a lot of calories and you're getting adequate sleep and that kind of stuff, Joe looks a lot better.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
But
zombie apocalypse type shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard, without sort of seeing you and without sort of seeing a picture of you or anything, it's a bit hard to sort of tell. Obviously, if you're leaning out though, it just means that you've lost body fat, especially if you're used to being a bit rounder in the face, like I'm looking at the moment.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you can see like your jawbones. That's what people say to me as well, is when you lean out is, you can see your jaw again.
You get a jaw. Kind of you get like a jawline going on.
Yeah. But
some of that actually, that's shit.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing is all about dieting and stuff. So obviously it just means that you're lean. I mean, it's
part of the process, man.
If you're not
no one wants to be a fucking moon face with the shredded abs, you know what I'm saying?
If you are, I mean, yeah, if you're feeling like shit and you feel lethargic and like you are the Walking Dead, probably look at maybe reverse dieting out of it now. But I mean, yeah, if you're skinny in the face, it just means that you're sitting lean.
That's it. Lucky Australia wants to know, what's up fellas? I'm trying to implement nutrient timing into my lean bulk at the moment. With this, I'm only consuming carbs for breakfast, pre, intra, and post-workout. However, as my calories are increasing and thus my carbs, I'm struggling to consume the amount of carbs only during these times. For example, 50 grams of carbs for breakfast, pre, intra, post, and then post-workout whole food meal is only roughly 250 grams, and I need to be consuming more to hit my daily calories. Where else do I consume carbs? Thanks in advance and keep up the good work.
That's the thing, man, is nutrient timing. So, I mean, if you start putting it in all throughout the day, you take away nutrient timing.
Exactly.
What you need to do is you need to start, as you're doing that, is start increasing the serving sizes.
Or go to more calorically dense foods or carbohydrate dense foods. So if you take, for example, probably the best is if you take like, let's say brown rice, which you can eat, you know, if you eat 100 grams of brown rice, you're gonna get like 20 to 25 grams of carbs compared to something like wholemeal bread, where you can eat like 40 grams and get the same amount of carbs. So it's not as much food, but it's more dense in terms of the amount of carbs in it. So it's not gonna fill you up as much, but you're gonna get the macronutrients that you need.
That's like, I can eat like a 250 grams of jasmine rice.
Yeah.
And it'll get me like 70 to 80 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
Or I can eat 3 of those wraps, those baguettes,
The baguettes,
those wraps that we eat, and it gets me 75 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could eat that 4 times over in a sitting. So.
Yeah, exactly. So just look at your carbohydrate sources,
what I'm
man,
saying
and
is-
move to more dense foods.
What I'm saying is, don't go adding
Throwing carbs in
during the day.
It's not nutrient timing, man.
I mean, if you're only getting 50 grams of carbs for breakfast, I mean, I'm getting like sort of more around 100 grams of carbs, or 80 to 100 grams of carbs per
Yeah,
meal.
you smash that shit.
But so obviously look at, if you're eating, say, 100 grams of oats, look at increasing it to 125 grams of oats.
Yeah.
If you're eating 50 grams of blueberries, look at putting in 75 grams of blueberries.
That's it.
Just start, I mean, obviously don't go doubling everything, but
Yeah.
just start slowly increasing your carbs.
Beer It Is wants to know, fellas, I recently started putting some stiff leg deadlifts in when I train legs. How can I take the forearms out of the movement as much as possible without using straps?
I mean, when you
Use straps.
Yeah, use hamstrings. When you're hitting hamstrings,
Why would you not want to use straps? I really don't understand the mindset behind this question, Big Neve.
no.
Are you training forearms? Are you training hammies, man? Shit.
To get enough weight through the hamstrings,
Yeah.
which I mean, Joe and I used to be able to stiff leg a deadlift like 220 for 8 reps when
Yeah.
we're all strong, but
Yeah.
you can't do that without. You can't hold 220 kilos
No.
or 400 pounds or whatever it is.
No.
While you're not using straps. So I mean,
Use straps, man.
I don't really know.
I don't understand why you wouldn't want to use straps, to be
Especially
honest.
if you want big hamstrings, you have to put enough weight through there.
That's it.
Which is hard, to hold for amount of Just use
Simon
straps.
Tyler wants to know, this question is for both of you fairly big boys. I know that both of you drop carbs on a rest day, but what does this mean in terms of your caloric surplus for making gains? Do you just hit maintenance calories on a rest day? What is the go? Also, I've used laxagenin in the past. It's the tits. The tits!
Well, on rest days, the only things I change up on rest days
Yeah.
is I take out my intra-workout,
Yeah.
like intra-workout carbs, sorry,
Yeah.
and I take out my post-workout shake.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's the only things I drop.
Whereas I drop all of my carbs except for my carbs in meal 1 because I practice true nutrient timing.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I don't do.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is I'm probably still going to be in a surplus because like those calories I've burnt, I'm
Yeah.
not burning those calories while I'm training, but then I'm
That's
not
the thing,
getting
Simon,
those-
is you got to understand on rest days, your caloric output is nowhere near as high as it is on non-rest days
Yeah.
because you're not training. So if you burn, I don't know, let's say for argument's sake, 500 calories during training, on a rest day, you have to remove 500 calories from your intake, else you're going to be too far in caloric surplus.
which is what I'm doing. So,
Yeah.
The thing is I've done a fair bit of research as well. As Joe said, I'm not really doing my nutrient timing anymore.
No.
And I've been doing a lot of research on...
How's that going for you, by the way?
My weight's constantly picking up, and I mean, I'm still sitting...
No shit, but in
relatively
terms
lean.
of body composition, are you gaining more body fat, do you think?
I look leaner
Yeah.
around my midsection.
So you'd say you've lost body fat?
Yeah, I have actually, and my lower
And
back.
making gains?
And my lower back. So
You
it's,
think?
it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Very interesting.
But the thing is as well is I've been doing a lot of research about rest days and consuming, and I mean, the few articles that I've read, I haven't done enough on it, but the few articles I've read is about on your rest days, obviously, is when your body rests and recovers.
Yeah.
And that's when your body grows.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense to go and cut all your carbohydrate or all your calories right back
No.
when you want to grow.
But you shouldn't be too far in caloric
You also want to
surplus.
be, you don't want to be 1,000 or 2,000 calories in a surplus.
Yeah.
But the thing is you still need to get enough calories in there to
Grow.
grow.
Rest and recover. Donna Tyree.
So you don't want to.
related to Kyrie?
Yeah. What I'm saying is you don't want to go from having like 4,000 calories and then because it's a rest day, drop it down to 1,800 calories, for example.
Donna wants to know
what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Donna wants to know what exercises would you suggest to stretch and strengthen your hip flexors apart from lunge type stretches?
I mean, that's obviously the main one, especially for your hip flexors, because that's when it's in that stretch position.
Yeah.
It's in that lunge position.
Yeah. Stretch and strengthen your. I'm getting some myotherapy, aka deep tissue massage, aka myofascial release, aka MFR type massage at the moment. Big Nevos, and my masseuse does hip flexor release. Have you ever had that done?
I've had ITB, but not hip flexor release.
Okay, so hip flexor release is where the masseuse, you lie on your table on your back, like flat, leg straight, and they will go and find where your hip flexors insert. So for those of you that don't know, a lot of people think your hip flexors insert like there. They don't. They insert like actually like just above your hip, like right up in there. So the masseuse will go, and you need to relax, and you can't relax when someone's about to do this, but you need to try and relax. And he'll go and he'll take his fingers and push them like 6 inches into your stomach, through your stomach, into where your hip flexor inserts, and hit the trigger point where the hip flexor inserts to release the hip flexor. It's like my kryptonite. I hate it, but it definitely does release the hip flexor.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of exercises to stretch and strengthen, it's going to be lunge type exercises. Really,
it has to be because when you like a lot of people obviously like to like stretch and open up, say like your glutes and those kind of things. People like sit in like a deep stretch.
Yeah.
But the thing is with your hip flexors, that's when they're contracted. Or
that's correct.
Shortened is when you're in that bottom squatting position. So anything to
That's
do
correct.
is actually is to do the opposite of a squat and open it right up.
That's correct.
Which is obviously your
lunge
position.
Tim Sperling wants to know, what's up, motherfuckers? Much like Joe, I struggle to put size on my chest because my shoulders seem to take over each movement. I have been told my traps are over-dominant and I have hyperactive front deltoids. I've tried pinching my shoulders back during pressing movements, but it doesn't seem to help much. Do you guys have any suggestions on how I can rectify this?
Myself especially,
Yes.
and I know you as well, is when you start going too heavy on a lot of your chest movements.
Yes.
Is when you find it hard to actually isolate your chest.
Correct.
And if I'm, just say we're doing like an incline hammer strength machine, for example, if there's 20 kilos each side or 30 kilos each side, you can really get that good squeeze and
Fire the
contraction.
chest, man. Fire that upper chest.
Whereas when I chuck 4 plates or 80 kilos on the side, I can throw it around.
Yeah.
But the thing is
You're just moving weight.
I'm just moving weight.
It comes down, listen, Tim, it comes down to mind muscle connection. You have to be focusing on the muscle you're trying to hit. So, a good example, I mentioned earlier in this episode that Monday night I trained chess with the relative of Kai Green, Josh Green. And young guy, how old is he now? Like 14 or some shit?
18 or something.
19?
19.
Anyway, he's a teenager. And phenomenal athletic ability, very strong for his age. But as we got through the chest workout and we started going heavier and he was trying to keep up with Bosch and I, or Bosch was trying to keep up with him, he was trying to keep up with me, a lot of front delt movement coming into the movement. It comes back to mind muscle connection. So if you're finding that your front delts are coming in and taking over the workout, and you're doing everything like flexing your shoulders back and trying to keep your shoulders out, but they're still coming into the movement, it's a good sign that your chest is failing and therefore your body's trying to get other muscles in to move the weight. So you're trying to lift too heavy, man. You got to drop that weight back down.
I don't think that is the main thing, is you're probably trying to lift too heavy.
Yeah.
As I said, there's nothing wrong. I can chuck 3-4 plates on, but the thing is that's when, you just cannot isolate your chest with that much weight.
No, of course not.
Your shoulders are going to come in, a lot of your triceps.
Your body's going to do what it has to do to move the weight, right?
You're going to use a lot of like bouncing and stretch and
momentum, everything.
Use the stretch. What's it called when it goes from when you bounce?
Muscle elasticity.
Yeah, you're going to use muscle elasticity to get out the bottom of the rep as well. So
Michael Duck wants to know, guys, you're obviously both pro wrestling fans or have been at some stage in the past. Could you please share with us some of your favorite moments as fans?
I'm a lot bigger fan of like the Attitude Era, like the Rock and Stone Cold.
Yes.
And the Rock and Sock action, all that kind of stuff. So I mean,
Stone Cold Steve Austin 316.
Yeah. So obviously that was when
Can I get a hell yeah?
Yeah. So obviously that was, and like obviously now
Moving back to my childhood, Big Neve.
And like,
Can you smell?
Yeah. I mean, even now with John Cena and he's in. What are they?
The Rock is cooking.
And it's in the. I mean, instead of like the FU, it's called attitude adjustment and all that kind of
Yeah.
shit. Like, there's all these words.
It's been toned down a
Yeah.
lot.
The PG era.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously.
The Rock with the people's elbow.
I don't really watch it too much anymore.
Stone Cold Stunner. It's all coming back, man.
I subscribe to the WWE network, so
Yeah.
I watch all the pay-per-views, but I don't sit down and watch them.
You know what the funniest thing is I'm a little bit older than you. Not a lot, but back when like I was in wrestling, like really into wrestling, John Cena wasn't even around.
They didn't come out until like 2002.
Yeah. Like when my era was like, The Rock was the people's champ. Stone Cold Steve Austin was the champ for a long time as well. You had Mankind with Mr. Socko. You had The Undertaker and his brother Kane.
Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H. Yeah, that was my kind of.
Shane O'Mac, whereas now all those guys like Shane O'Mac and Triple H are now general managers, and Stephanie McMahon isn't the little.
Yeah.
Trish Stratus. I had a crush on Trish Stratus.
You know, I would probably to answer your question, Michael. One of my favourite moments was when Vince McMahon, the commissioner or owner or whatever. Yeah. When he'd always be in like a suit and shit.
Yeah.
And there was this one wrestling match where he was like in a suit and shit, and next minute the suit comes off.
Yeah.
And this fucking shredded beast jumps in the ring and starts wrestling. And everyone was like, what the
Mad GH.
Nobody saw that coming.
No.
Amazing. Anyway, let's move on. Bynum Lynch wants to know, no, we're not answering. That's got a big X next to it. I don't answer those questions. That does not get answered.
No.
Artemis Aesthetics wants to know, can we get a Transformation Tuesday on the big boy Nevos? Also, can TMJ sponsor Tankster since the online coach dropped him in a dog act?
Very controversial at the moment.
I'm going to handball that one over to you, Big Neve. Because you and Ray like this, man.
Transformation
You and Ray
Tuesday.
like this.
I've got a Transformation Tuesday on my Instagram, whether Joe wants to share it or not.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Let me get it up real quick. You keep talking. I'll look for your.
So I've got one. Joey has never shared it though.
Yeah.
So if you do want to see that, unless Joe wants to share it next Tuesday, but otherwise just go to Neve Movement on Instagram.
How far?
Not very long. It was like 3 weeks ago. There.
Where?
You saw
How did I miss that? Oh, dude, that is epic. No, that's definitely getting a repost. I'll show you guys real quick. Zoom and focus. Look at this very, very big boy.
Anyway, so there you go. If you want to go to my Instagram, you can see my Transformation Tuesday.
It's going to get reposted on Tuesday anyway, though, because that is amazing.
Those are not
I did see that. Look, I double tapped it. It's got a big love heart there from me.
But yeah.
It's crazy.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to screenshot that for Tuesday.
So I've got one, but anyway, Joe will do it next Tuesday, so you might see it then. But anyway, yeah, I mean, obviously, I liked a lot of the online coaches' videos.
Yeah.
I like the way he trains because I like the push-pull leg split that he does, and I like his method of training. I like his gym. I like his YouTube. Well, I like most of his YouTube channel because of, that's how we got the idea of our sort of...
That's how we connected, man. We connected.
Especially like the raw vlogs and shit that he obviously does and most YouTubers do. I think it's a fucking dog act though to come out and spray Tansker like he did 20 minutes straight. That's like obviously...
I haven't watched the video because I don't get involved in this shit, but you've told me about the video, you've given me the clips.
I wasn't happy with it.
I'm disgusted.
Well, you as a successful businessman, if something happened between you and I, or whatever, as your employee, I don't think I could never see it happening. But if something did though, for whatever reason, no matter what happened, I still don't think that you would come out and publicly bash me or any of the employees for 20 minutes straight.
Well,
airing the dirty laundry.
We've had, let's be honest with the viewers, we've had issues in the past where we have had employees that have done things that have been completely malicious and unconscionable.
Yeah.
And those employees have been involved in the MassiveJoes YouTube channel, and people have wondered where they have gone.
Yeah.
And we remain silent because that kind of stuff doesn't need to be aired. It doesn't need to be public. It's private. I just don't understand what the Ray's thinking right now.
I mean, when he says that people
deserve
to know, they don't. Okay, you could say, look, Tanks.
What do you mean people deserve to know? What sort of bullshit is that?
Yeah,
that is bullshit.
I just feel as though he could have come out and said, look, Tansker didn't fit the company protocols anymore. Or he had a few... You don't even need to say anything.
Or just don't say anything at all. Say, we've parted ways, wish him all the best, thanks for everything that you've contributed to me and my business, and that's it. You don't have to go out there and dog act, bloody slang shit at somebody for 20 minutes. on a f***ing YouTube channel. And honestly, the one of the big issues is Tankster has no right of reply. Because he don't have a YouTube channel with 100,000 subscribers.
Especially
how's he gonna?
If somebody goes out and bashes you for 20 minutes, I mean, and
it's completely unprofessional.
If he wants to go get a job somewhere else in the industry, they go and see like the online coach bashing everything he does for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Not make it hard on the kid, because people will obviously give him a chance and employ him. Not good for his future job prospects either.
No shit,
but
man.
to bash him for his not knowing about his credit rating and all this kind of shit as well.
How about Ray just is grateful for everything, surely they've left on bad terms or whatever and he wasn't happy with performance or whatever, but how about you just be grateful for everything that person has contributed to you and your business for that period of time.
A lot of people did watch his YouTube channel for Tankster.
I love Tankster. We trained with him.
I mean, you saw Tankster obviously has an Instagram following. He's got a good Instagram following.
Yeah.
People did comment about him on the videos.
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone's going to be loud outgoing like Joe.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to be. I mean, but don't bash someone for being an introvert.
That's it. I give We spent 3 hours with Tankster. He didn't say a damn word. My communication with Tankster was kind of like this.
But he laughed at our jokes.
That's it. He lifted weights with us. That's really all. Can we be friends now? That's really all we asked for.
Yeah, I don't think it's cool. And I think obviously the video is still up. But I did have a quick look yesterday.
Yeah.
When a video has 2,500 likes and 2,500 dislikes, and reading the comments, a lot of people obviously.
I don't know which 2,500 dog motherfuckers liked the video. Come on. I think
that in some, obviously people putting their life on social media, but some things need to stay personal.
AK Big Gamer K wants to know, I recently strained my left piriformis.
Don't know what that is.
Me neither. Massage and acupuncture haven't helped, and when I stretch, only the massive glute gets it. Every time I lift heavy, it hurts as the core engages and the glute pushes against the piriformis. Is long-term low weight, high rep detrimental to my gains? The is a piriformis? I'm gonna have to Google this.
Okay, obviously you've spoken to a physio, which is what you should be doing first and foremost. Is long-term low weight, high rep detrimental to his gain? Well, you want to, as we've said with gains and with everything, you want to make sure that you're constantly progressing. If you constantly have to hit high rep, low weight, you're not going to make optimal gains.
Piriformis. It's part of your hip structure. Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
It's part of the hip structure.
So yeah, the thing is, I would personally take time off to get that fixed, or not train legs, or do whatever you have to do. I mean, there must be a few things you could do still. I mean, you might not be able to squat, I guess, but I mean, you should be able to still work your way around it and do even if it's just laying hamstring or seated hamstring, or you can still do little things like that if you can work around it. But the main thing is you don't want to be looking at how you can get around it for long term. Yeah. You want to be trying to figure out how to get that fixed so you can get back to constantly progressing and hitting that heavier weight. And
exactly.
Yeah.
Last question. Coming from my brother Barney on. Barney wants to know, hey fellas, my question this week is not so much of a question, more of a discussion point. Well, there we go, we're done. Who is this guy, man? Who the is, I said it last episode, we give him the opportunity to ask a question, and now he wants to have a discussion.
Barney just started playing Pokemon Go this week. Did you know that?
No, I'm not surprised. He is Asian. Sorry, Barney. I had to take it. But, shit. All right, back to Barney's discussion.
Barney's Pokemon Go name is Dr. Ong.
I'm just like, if we keep giving Barney this amount of flexibility, what's going to be next? Last week he asked 17 questions in one. Now he wants to have a discussion.
That's one.
Where do we go with this?
Here's Barney's Pokemon Go character, Dr. Ong.
Zoom and focus action, please.
Oh god.
No, it's gone.
Where is it? There we go.
Yeah. Dr. Ong. You got it? You got that shit? Let's pull it away. Yeah, there you go. Boom.
Dr. Ong.
That is actually what Barney looks like too.
All
All right, Barney's discussion point. As lifters, bodybuilders, very big boys, I believe we are exposed to some of the worst smells known to mankind. From asparagus piss to protein farts, shaker bottles left unwashed for a week, and tuna fish breath. Thoughts? Is it a small price to pay, though, for the gains that we receive?
I think so. I mean, it's still the worst one has to be the old shaker left in the gym bag.
It is the worst.
Or finding one under the seat.
And the thing is that's completely avoidable. Wash your shaker.
But the other day, like I must have had my pre-workout, like driving in the car, obviously as we do.
Yeah.
Got to pulled up at World Gym.
Yeah.
Put my shaker in my gym bag.
Yeah.
And then walked into the change rooms to mix up my intra-workout and
Yeah.
stuff. We opened up, realised I had 3 shakers in there.
Ah, shit.
So you know what you have to do? You have to sniff it to see which one
is acceptable.
Which one just had your pre-workout.
Which is not good because it stink the whole gym out.
But,
yeah, it's not great.
I mean, Joe and I obviously in the office probably some smells come out that may not be great for the other employees.
No, not completely hygienic. No.
But the thing is
we're all making gains.
But everyone else can smell. This is very bad. But everyone else can smell Joe.
Yeah.
But I don't smell him anymore because I think as bodybuilders, you just become accustomed to it.
You just got to accept it, man. It's just part of the gains process, I think.
Yeah.
You know. And it is a small price to pay.
So what was Barney trying to get out there, Barney?
I think honestly, embrace it.
Barney, if you want to fight around this, mate, you can.
Just don't bring any week-old shakers into MassiveJoes HQ. Because we will send you out into the trash with them.
I dropped him in town. I dropped him in town after we trained at Powerhouse together. Now I know what stank in the car. It was Barney.
Big Neve, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, we need to hurry up.
Before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes Weekly WORD and all the other deliciousness on our YouTube channel. If you're watching on the mobile,
turn on the post notifications so you stay up to date with the latest uploads of other deliciousness on the MassiveJoes YouTube channel.
Where are we coming to it from, Neve?
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay